Morning from Odds Farm Park, which is in Buckinghamshire. We're going to meet some lambs and chat to the kids later on, but it is a chilly start wherever you are this morning. Many of us having a dry day with some sunshine, but there is some rain in Northern Ireland and Scotland. I'll have all the details in about 10 minutes. Good morning, both. What a treat I have for you. I'm actually this morning in Odds Farm Park, which is in Woburn Green in Buckinghamshire. I'm surrounded by little kids, and they are adorable. Some of them were only born last night at midnight. This morning we'll be looking at some of the lambs that are awfully new as well. And I can't wait to show you everything because it's just perfect. This morning the weather, the forecast for all of us is once again a mainly dry one. There's sunny spells, but there is rain in the forecast. There's rain across Scotland and also Northern Ireland. Not particularly heavy, and it will tend to ease as we go through the course of the day. It's a weather front that is slowly moving southwards and also eastwards. So ahead of it, there's some mist and fog around this morning, parts of the Midlands, the east coast of England coming in from the North Sea, for example. Most of that will lift or die back towards the coast, and then for most it's going to be a sunny day, except for in Scotland and Northern Ireland where we hang on to that cloud. It's sinking south through the day, so it will brighten up behind with some showers, which could be of hail in Shetland, but it's going to feel cooler in the north than it is in the south. Again, in the south today, we could hit something like 17 degrees. Now, through this evening and overnight, our weather front sinks southwards, getting in across northern England, eventually into the Midlands, Wales, East Anglia, as a band of cloud with the odd spot of rain. Cold enough for some frost across parts of Northern Ireland and also Scotland, but comparatively milder as we come south. So tomorrow, our weather front will be in the south as a band of cloud, pushing down towards the southwest, actually. And here we'll have the highest temperatures. Behind it, some sunshine, a few showers across the Pennines, the peaks, for example, the hills of Wales as well, maybe East Anglia. But the showers will be the exception rather than the rule. But by tomorrow, with an onshore breeze coming in from the North Sea, it's also going to feel cooler, especially on the North Sea coastline. Lou and Dan, I'm in my element. I can't tell you how perfect and how gorgeous these animals are, especially the babies, the twins.
Oh, Carol, and the birds are incredibly and it's rather glorious.
You could do with a shearer there, Carol. Come on. Anyone? Anyone?
Which I'll show you the sheep and you won't be wrong. Oh, you're just kidding around, Dan, I know. Good morning, everybody. Look at, talking of kidding around, look, oh my goodness. We are at Odds Farm Park in Woburn Green in Buckinghamshire this morning. And down here, the pygmy goats, these little kids were born just after midnight last night. And one of the farmers here was telling me that within 2 hours, at the most, they're standing up and up and about. And they've been quite active already this morning. Now, if we come round here, again, you can see some more of the goats. There they are. Some of these are only two. Perhaps they need a little bit of a shear. They're looking quite woolly, but equally they're looking quite content. Now, the forecast for today is a fairly quiet one for most of us. It's a chilly start to the day, not as cold as it has been in recent days, but if you're heading out early on, do bear that in mind. And we've also got a fair bit of sunshine around today. The exception to that is across Scotland and Northern Ireland first thing, where there's a lot of cloud and also some rain. What's happening is we've got a weather front coming south across the country. You can see it draped over Scotland and Northern Ireland. And as it moves southwards slowly today, behind it some cooler conditions will follow and it will brighten up. So there's some mist and fog this morning around parts of the Midlands, the east coast of England. Most of that will lift. Some of it will just burn back to the North Sea. And then there'll be a good deal of sunshine. Scotland and Northern Ireland, you're going to hang on to a lot of cloud, but it's sinking south with the front and the rain easing. Behind it, the temperatures will be fresher than they have been. Ahead of it, temperatures could still get up to 16 or 17 degrees today. Now, through this evening and overnight, our weather front continues to slip southwards, bringing its cloud with it, some spots of rain as well, not much more than that. Behind it, it's going to be cold enough in Scotland and Northern Ireland, in rural areas for a touch of frost, but temperatures hanging on as we are ahead of that weather front in England and also Wales. Now, as we move through tomorrow, we still will have that weather front in the south, mostly as a band of cloud, but tomorrow we could see a few showers. East Anglia, the peaks, for example, parts of the southern uplands, the Welsh hills, and also the Pennines. But again tomorrow, still a lot of dry weather, feeling cooler on the North Sea coastline with an onshore flow. And then as we head on into Thursday, still a lot of dry weather around, still that onshore flow in the North Sea coastline, meaning there'll be a bit of a breeze. So here it will always feel that bit cooler, but temperatures generally will be that bit lower. So instead of being in the mid to the high teens, we'll be looking at the low to the mid-teens. So things are changing, but even into the weekend, with high pressure still firmly in charge, things will remain settled with frost by night for some. Lou and Dan, I'm going to leave you with a view once again of these to one of the pens and show you some of the sheep. Now, this is one of 21 rare breeds farms nationwide. Now, as Lou mentioned, it is a beautiful start to the day, and today the forecast for us all is fairly quiet. It's going to be sunny across England and Wales, whereas for Northern Ireland and Scotland you've got a bit more cloud and also some rain, and that's because a weather front is slowly sinking south and will ease as we go through the course of the day, so the rain will turn more patchy and it will brighten up behind with some sunshine, but still some showers, some hail showers actually in Shetland. For England, for Wales, there's some pockets of mist and fog this morning around the Midlands, for example, around the North Sea coastline. Most of that will lift, some of it will linger on the coast, then we're looking at some sunshine. And in that sunshine, highs of up to 17 degrees, but behind the cold front, even though it will be sunny, it's going to feel considerably fresher than it did yesterday. Now, through this evening and overnight, our weather front continues to sink south, continuing to weaken all the time. Really, it will just be a band of cloud with the odd spot of rain on it by the end of the night. Most of us won't have a frost, but you could see some frost in rural parts of Scotland and also Northern Ireland. Tomorrow then, a nippy start for some. We've got our cloud in the south. You could still see the odd shower. We could see some of the hills seeing some showers across the southern uplands, the Pennines, the Welsh hills, the peaks, for example. But for many, we'll miss them. It will be a dry day. It will feel cooler though, especially so with an onshore breeze coming in along the North Sea coastline. And then high pressure stays with us for the rest of the week. So things remain fairly quiet. Lou and Dan.
Oh, Carol, it's making me want to...
Not quite as cold as it has been in recent days, mind you. And the forecast for us all today is one of sunshine across England and Wales, but across Scotland and Northern Ireland it's cloudier, and we've also got some rain. The rain turning patchier through the course of the day. So you can see in the graphics where we've got the cloud and rain in the north, it's going to be sinking southwards through the day very slowly, and behind it will brighten up. We'll see some sunshine coming in across northern Scotland, later Northern Ireland with just a few showers, hail showers in Shetland, but ahead of it we hang on to the sunshine when we lose this morning's mist and fog. Now, we could easily reach 17 degrees across parts of England and Wales today, but behind the weather front producing the cloud and rain, even in the sunshine, you will notice that it will feel that bit cooler. It's a cold front that's sinking south. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, the weather front sinks southwards, bringing its cloud with it. In doing so, the odd spot of rain. Under some clearer skies in Scotland and Northern Ireland, it will be cool enough for a touch of frost. And then tomorrow, our weather front still very much remains with us across southern areas as a band of cloud. Behind it, we'll see a return to some sunshine, but there is the chance that we could well see one or two showers, especially with height in some of the hills of Scotland, Northern England and also North Wales, for example. And then as we move through this week, we continue to have high pressure in charge of our weather, and that does mean that things will remain fairly settled. So by the time we get from Wednesday afternoon into Thursday, we still are looking at a lot of dry weather, a lot of sunshine. Our front by then will be a fairly weak affair, producing not much more in southern areas, but a lot of sunshine, but still with the onshore flow coming in from the North Sea. So here there will be a breeze. It will feel much colder than it has done. There'll be a real difference in temperatures between today and what's happening on Thursday. But then it remains settled as we head on into the weekend. A lot of dry weather with temperatures, instead of being in the mid to the high teens, they'll be in the low to the mid-teens. Dan and Lou, I'm going to leave you with pictures. Lovely to see them basking in this morning's sunshine. They're quite noisy because they're waiting to be fed. Now, the forecast for all of us today is mixed. So for England and for Wales, it's going to be a sunny day. For Scotland and Northern Ireland, you're going to start off cloudy with some rain, but as that rain slips south and eases, it will brighten up behind it. So to put some pictures on that, you can see what I mean. Still some mist and fog and low cloud around, particularly around parts of the Midlands, parts of the the east coast of England, for example. Most of that will disperse. Some of it will just burn back towards the North Sea coastline, and then a lot of sunshine once again for England and Wales. The weather front producing the cloud and increasingly patchy rain across Scotland and Northern Ireland slips south. Behind it there will be sunshine and showers, but feeling cooler. Still in England and Wales, we could hit up to 17 degrees today. Now, through this evening and overnight, our weather front continues its descent southwards with its cloud and increasingly again patchy rain and some drizzle. Colder behind it means that for parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, in rural areas, we could see some frost, but we shouldn't anywhere else. And then as we go through tomorrow, our weather front will be in the south, just really as a band of cloud. But tomorrow with height, you could see the odd shower. So in the hills, for example, of Northern England, North Wales, southern Scotland. But it'll be cool along the North Sea coastline with an onshore breeze. And generally tomorrow, temperatures will be lower across the board than they are going to be today. But after that, Lou and Dan, well, the weather remains settled as high pressure continues to dominate.
Carol, thank you very much. Back with you in half an hour.
Today, well, it's not bad at all across Scotland and Northern Ireland, where you've got a bit more cloud and also some patchy rain, but it will tend to brighten up as we go through the course of the day. But for England and Wales, after some early morning mist and fog, we are looking at a fair bit of sunshine and warm sunshine at that. So through the day, we start off initially with some cloud and some rain in Scotland and Northern Ireland. The rain increasingly turning weaker as we go through the day. Behind it, we'll see the sun come back with a few showers, some of which could be hail in the far north of Scotland. For England and Wales, we're looking at a lot of sunshine with temperatures getting up as high as 17 degrees. But behind the weather front in the north, we're looking at temperatures much lower than they were yesterday. Now, through this evening and overnight, our weather front sinks southwards with its band of cloud and the odd spot of rain. And behind that, for Scotland and Northern Ireland, locally, it will be cold enough for a touch of frost. But ahead of it, for England and for Wales, and under that cloud, well, temperatures will hold up. We shouldn't have any frost issues at all. Tomorrow then, our weather front continues to sink southwards, just really as a band of cloud. Behind it, most of us will see some sunshine. It will feel cool along the North Sea coastline with an onshore breeze, and temperatures across the board will actually be lower than they're going to be today. So you'll notice a bit of a difference. And then beyond that, as we head on the rest of this week and into the weekend, firmly in charge, so the weather will remain rather settled with a lot of dry weather. If you're looking for significant rain, there isn't any in the forecast. And worth mentioning, the pollen levels today are high across most of England and Wales. Northern England, Northern Ireland and Scotland are either low or moderate. Dan and Lou.
Thank you so much, Carol. Been lovely to see you out and about.
All morning.
Lovely. Thanks, Hannah. You too.
Oh, right. OK, Carol couldn't